it is the afternoon, early afternoon now. I got up early-ish and came over to Jason's place to feed his cats. I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit before I head over to the clothing swap. And I'm enjoying leftovers from last night, that incredible Korean food. Oh my gosh, it's so good. If you come to LA, you have to go to the farmer's market and get Dave's Korean food. Or they sell it at this place called Air One Market, which is a really cool natural market. So this is the delicious bowl that I made of all the different types of Korean roots and this thing called tempeh, which is like a faux meat made from beans, and like cucumbers and kimchi. It's so wonderful, and I put that on top of red rice, just like last night, in case you missed it. And I am watching more of the Tony Robbins documentary, which started to get really good after I recorded the video last night. I think I mentioned I wasn't like blown away by it. Towards the first half, or towards the half of the movie, it starts to really pick up, and I actually know somebody who was there. I recognized her face in the audience. Crazy. So I'm gonna go enjoy my lunch, and then I'll take you over to the clothing swap. My husband. That's so great. I am now leaving the clothing swap, and I wanted to tell you that it was a really great time. I love getting clothes from clothing swaps. There's probably like, I don't know, maybe 4 a year or something, 2 to 4 a year, something like that. And I always find fun things there, but I really love being around the women. Many of them are very eco-minded, many of them are vegan, and it's just like a very positive group. If you've ever thought of doing that, I encourage you to look for one or start your own, because it's just a nice thing to do. And I also want to note that my friend who is hosting this is a holistic nutritionist, and I asked her about the whole thyroid thing. She doesn't think that my thyroid looks swollen. I've been feeling like self-conscious about it, or just like extra attention on my neck. And we talked a little bit about like tests that I can do and all of that, because sometimes the symptoms of the thyroid are challenging. Her top recommendation for me, though, is to start meditating regularly, which is a practice I've been really trying to get, well, honestly, I haven't been trying that hard. I've been wanting to get into, and I've dabbled in it over the years, but I find it really challenging, often because I start my day so late that I feel like in a rush to get up and get going. So it's even more of a reason that I should start waking up earlier, so that I can spend that 10 whatever minutes meditating, and that could really help reducing stress. But maybe I can take some natural adrenal supplements. If I know I had some at some point, and I just want to start paying more attention to it. But I definitely will get tested at some point. It just feels a little bit overwhelming, so I welcome any of your suggestions or experiences. I'm also going to try the thermometer test. I guess when you wake up in the morning, you can put a thermometer under your armpit, and somehow that'll tell you something about your thyroid. I need to research that, but my friend also mentioned that. Well, now I'm going to swing over to some grocery store to grab some sparkling water for tonight's party, and then go home, upload yesterday's vlog, spend some time with Evie, and then head over. So I guess I'll see you wherever the next excitement happens. And with Vince, we are going to a birthday party, and there are going to be a ton of Instagrammers and YouTubers there. It's going to be an interesting time.
I'm guessing.
Just try opening the door.
What is that?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Yvonne. Happy birthday to you.
Just got back from the party and made a quick pit stop at my place to grab my stuff. I'm gonna spend the night at Jason's tonight. to watch the cats because I have to get up super early for me tomorrow because I'm volunteering at church. Yes, I am going to church tomorrow, like it or not. I'm committed literally to going, so I am going to be volunteering by helping out with the kids, which I'm actually kind of excited about. I feel very disconnected from church because of the lack of times that I've gone in the past few weeks. I might vlog a little bit more while I'm over at Jason's before I go to bed, but I just wanted to take a moment to share with you how much it means to me when you guys write comments, and especially when you send me private messages, because I know that you're going out of your way to reach me, or you're thinking of me. I just read one on Snapchat, and it really, really helps a lot because, you know, obviously I go through ups and downs, and I have a lot of second guessing of myself. As I was watching the Tony Robbins documentary, which maybe I'll finish tonight before going to sleep, there was, this part about talking about people not feeling good enough, and I think I also read that from Brené Brown while reading Daring Greatly, how common it is for people to feel not good enough, and I really identify with that because I often don't feel that, or I often feel like I'm not good enough. And even actually in the Tony Robbins documentary, there was a moment where I felt like I was starting to have some making some connections. I think a lot about my childhood and the way that I was raised and how that affected me and why I have all these issues, why do any of us have issues, And I love tracking back moments where I started to put together a story about myself or a story about life that isn't necessarily true. And it's not always from our parents, it's from all sorts of people around us and all sorts of things that happen. And I would really hope that one day I can really put together the pieces of why I don't feel good enough. But I bring that up because just getting a message on Snapchat of people telling me that they're glad to see me back really helps, because just before I got that message, I was going through this thought pattern in my head of will I continue being on YouTube in the same way that I am? I have these moments where I think what's the point of it all? I don't make that much money from YouTube ad revenue, and I don't get that many views relatively until there's this moment where I'm like, well, it doesn't seem like that many people care to watch, and it doesn't seem like it's really worth my time investment where that could be spent working on all my other projects. But when I get messages from you guys as individuals, telling me that you like my videos and that they mean something to you, that really makes it all worthwhile, and that's really why I continue doing this. The videos are therapeutic, they feel good, but there are also moments like earlier where I think it was a couple of videos ago, or was it yesterday's video? I can't keep track. I looked and saw there was a higher number of thumbs downs, and I'm thinking wow, it's hurtful. Sometimes it's, I've experienced a lot of hurt through thumbs down, but it's especially hurtful to get thumbs downs on when I'm doing really personal videos. It's so vulnerable, and I think this is the 9th one. Is today the 9th one, I think. Of really exposing myself. And I found out today, my friend Vince watched, my friend Kobe I know watched at least one because I saw her comment, and it's so weird when people I know watch, even though I feel vulnerable with them in person. The things I talk about in these videos just feel extra vulnerable because they're kind of permanent, it's not just this passing conversation that somebody can forget. You guys can rewind things, you can save the videos if you really wanted to, you can really take in everything that I'm saying in a way that a conversation with a friend doesn't quite, it doesn't happen in that same way. So they feel extra vulnerable, and so while that they can feel therapeutic, they can also feel really challenging or yeah, hurtful at times when like people, it feels like somebody's rejecting it, like, or someone's, you know, I don't know, there's just like, it's hard to read the comments for that reason, because there's people commenting on my life and my feelings and my emotions and my health and all these other things, and it's like that can often trigger that feeling of not being good enough. But my point is that those of you that tell me that these videos impact you in a positive way, that those of you who go out of your way to leave comments or send me messages and just say that you're glad that they're there, like, that's maybe one of the only, if not the main reason that I continue doing these videos. Because, you know, relatively getting 400 or 500, yeah, or less than 1,000 views on a video, like, it just feels like they're not really making an impact. But when I hear from you as individuals, like, that's where I know that they're making an impact, because each of you really matter. And I have to get out of my head in terms of like the numbers, because it's, you know, we're in this crazy time where everyone's so numbers focused, and like suddenly like 100 people doesn't seem significant to us. They're just numbers, but there are 100 of you watching, and there are dozens of you who comment and reach out to me privately. And, you know, let's just say 10 people, 10 of you that are consistent with that. That might not seem significant on paper, but those 10 messages are so deeply significant to me. I feel like I know you, especially those of you that reach out regularly. Like, I really feel connected to you. And that you're who I think about when I do these videos. So even if it was just the 10 of you watching, like, I would probably continue for you. So I just want you to know that you matter. And when people comment and say they've never commented before, like, that is like gold to me. Like, so, you know, for those of you who haven't commented or even given a thumbs up, you know, it's so amazing to me. But the percentage of people that don't give thumbs up on videos, not just mine, but videos in general, like, I'm just like, wow, like, people just not think about giving a thumbs up or a thumbs down even. Like, it's just interesting to me. Like, I guess people that watch just don't know how much of an impact, how much they really matter, how many people that don't comment. Like, your voice, your opinion matters, and I know you're watching. So for those of you who have never corresponded with me before, or don't do so regularly, please do when you feel like you have something to say, because it means the world, and it is because of that that I'll keep going. Without you, I would probably just stop. So yeah, if you feel like I matter to you, I want you to know that you really, really matter to me. You know, I was thinking, I have a hard time because I'm kind of a people pleaser. Like, I want to do things that makes other people happy, that impacts their lives. And I often really get into my head because I feel like I don't know what to do next. And these vlogs are like kind of me figuring that out, because it's like, it's easy for me to just talk like you're my friends, which I feel like you are. But, you know, I want to do more. I want to do bigger things. And I just sometimes don't feel like I know what to do that's really going to make a difference for you. And I experiment a lot. But, you know, my goal is to, like, just really do something that each of you want or need or crave or whatever. It's like, if you guys ever want to give me feedback on those things, I would love to hear it. I've been working on that project Eco Vegan Pal in my head for like at least 7 months now, and what's holding me back is just feeling like I don't really know what you want, and I know that I just need to start asking. So there will be some more information about that very soon, so that I can learn more about each of you. because again, I would not be here without you. I would not be doing this without you. I'd be not creating everything else if it weren't for you. I feel like that doesn't entirely convey what I'm feeling right now, but it comes close. Yeah. Well, I am going to finish getting all my stuff together so I can go wind down, watch the rest of Tony Robbins, hang out with the cats, try to get some sleep, and look for some adrenal pills that adrenal herbs, I should say, herbal pills that I loaned Jason or gave Jason. I have a feeling he hasn't used them. So I'm going to go raid his supplement closet to see if I can find that and start taking that to see if it'll make a difference, because I really want to start prioritizing my thyroid health. But I also need to go see the doctor, as you guys know. Okay, that's it for now. Bye. So it looks like Jason may have actually used up all of the adrenal herbal formula that I loaned him, or I guess gave him back when he really needed it. But what I did find here is this. This I will link to in the description field. Wojo, however you pronounce it. This is a liquid dietary supplement. It's called Calm. They make like a few different types. I tried these at one of the expos, and you just squeeze these little vials into a beverage like water, and they have some sort of an holistic effect to them. This one, Calm, has ginseng and L-theanine in it. I think that's how you pronounce it. So we'll see if this makes me feel calm. I will definitely need that tonight since I have to get up so early. Oh yeah, they have one for focus and for energy too. I'll report back to you if it works.